Currently loading dark water divination. Please enjoy. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna. I am a diviner and medium and I have a reading here for you if you would like it. I'm going to start with tarot and kind of just see what spirit wants to talk about, but there seems to be this energy of exhaustion or this energy of just feeling really tired. But I feel like you feel tired because this feels like you're at the end of one chapter and coming into the beginning of another one. However, this could be a small chapter, this could be like a big chapter, or this could be an entirely new book. But it feels like exhaustion because you're coming to the end of something. It also feels like you're aware of the fact that you're coming to the end of something. So I feel like what this reading is going to do is serve as confirmation for those of you who resonate with this. But take what works, leave the rest, right? We also conveniently have 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, right? Walking away from something, leaving something that we have previously been emotionally invested in but are now moving forward to something that feels a lot more fulfilling to us. So let's see. Also, I'm being called to speak about rest as well, so making sure that you are taking time out to rest, especially if you're feeling tired. You also may be feeling or having some sort of gut issues or issues with the gut. You may also be experiencing headaches. Also, I feel like if you are somebody who bleeds, you may be within the first 3 days, so your first, second, or third day. These are just little confirmations to see if this video is for you, but if they don't fit, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are not meant to be here. I knew it. I usually like to use LED candles because I blow out my actual candles all the time. So this bad boy is just going to stay as aesthetics and we're just gonna pretend that it's lit up. Maybe I'll put like a little graphic or something that can run the length of the video. Let's see. Ooh, actually save myself the trouble in post. And I will just shuffle on my knees. That makes it a lot easier. Okay. What would you like the folks watching this video to know? What is the most important and beneficial thing? Ooh, okay. So we have Ace of Cups. This is an opening of your heart center. You could be coming into brand new feelings. I also feel like, okay, so more so, I feel like this is you opening your heart and you opening to new expressions and new emotions. This could also be you openly allowing yourself to feel these things. So you may be feeling them like because of external reasons, but you are allowing yourself to receive and feel that within yourself. But let's see what else does Spirit want you to know. There's something here about confidence as well, feeling more confident. As we have the Queen of Wands, which is the queen of confidence and magic and manifestation. So potentially using your emotions here to manifest, bringing in this new chapter. It feels like whatever this new chapter is for you, it's going to be quite emotionally fulfilling. Could be filled with a lot of movement, action, travel as well, or a lot of magic. We also have, oh my gosh, on the bottom of the deck, we have another queen, the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of self-care and rest, right? Excuse me, I feel like I'm gonna burp. Oh my gosh, okay, excuse me. Anyway, we have the Page of Wands here as well. So this is a message of action. I feel like the more that you open up, the more that you will understand where you are meant to go. You are going into a period of your life where you sort of have the reins in a way that you haven't had before. So it feels like you are going to have full control. For some of you, you are coming full circle, so you may have had a dream or a path that you were following a few years ago, and you may have gotten off track or whatever it may have been, but it feels like the dream that you had that had to fall off before is coming full circle is what I'm getting with this, and you have the ability to control it. It also feels like you are going to be coming into more freedom, more self-expression as well. It feels like you are going to be working quite hard on something, or more so, it feels like you are putting the final touches on something that you feel very passionate about, something that is also causing you to be more vulnerable as well. It feels like this is going to help get you out of some sort of, could be poverty for some of you, but this also could be a feeling of abandonment, or also just feeling like you are in a place that you do not belong. So that is what you are coming out of, it feels like, or at least what you are working on subconsciously. But more so, it feels like whatever this is, whatever this movement is, this confidence that you have in being vulnerable, is pulling you out of this subconscious energy of lack, right? Because the Five of Pentacles also denotes lack. That is nowhere here though. So the fact that it's on the bottom of the deck is telling me that this is something that you are actively working on and working to get rid of, and it feels like and looks like you are absolutely being successful in that. As there is a lot of movement, I'm hearing stay grounded. Make sure that you are staying grounded and staying present. As things move forward, understand that you have the ability to control time. So instead of allowing yourself to feel like things are moving too quickly or feeling overwhelmed, sort of allow yourself to take control of how time feels to you, if that makes sense. Some of you could be getting into your creativity a lot more. Some of you may also be turning your creativity into a business, but this looks like it's going to be more fun than it looks like work, if that makes sense. It looks like more play with like a little bit of work in this area, or at least that's what it's going to feel like for you. It also looks like, again, with this circle, they keep bringing this back, and then they showed me Portal, the game Portal. It's almost like you are figuring out how to jump to the next stage or shift to the next level. You're finding out how to get to something directly, right? Because you know how they shoot the portal guns, and then you just go you just go straight through to where you are, right? There is no like long tunnel in the sense of like a wormhole or a black hole in the sense, do you know what I mean? So it's like you found this way to get this quick jump into this new reality that is allowing you to be more vulnerable and open and receive, but being confident in that. You could also be working with magic in the sense of manifestation, which would confirm the portal here that we're seeing, is that your manifestations are becoming present. You are being able to, or being given the opportunity to play and express these manifestations. I want to see what, ooh, a split to passions. Yeah, so some of you could be following your passions or following what lights you up. Some of you could be working with candle magic too. It felt very important that this stayed lit in the best way that I could. So it's very interesting too that we have little tea lights, because a tea light was all that I ended up having today, and I was like, well, that'll work. It feels like some of you may have been in a period of isolation, and this also too with this portal, it feels like you're going from not only one shift to another, but it also feels like you are shifting either personalities or shifting identities entirely, whereas before you were isolated and now you will be seen, or before you were isolated and now you are going to be in a community, in a lots of people, or at least well known as well, because the Queen of Wands is well known. I also feel like for a lot of you, you are going to be getting your spark back as well. So you could be feeling more and more creative ideas coming to you, creative opportunities, doors being open for you so that you can be more creative and expressive. That's right. On the knee, Brianna, don't blow that out. There's also something about stoke the fire, continue to stoke the fire of your creative flame as well. I feel like that is being emphasized because for some reason that is of importance, and that is only something that you will be able to know. But continue to stoke the flame in whatever way that may look like. And for some of you, that looks like rest, or for some of you, you may need to incorporate some rest, right? Having balance, having that flow of creation and then rest, creation and then rest. And rest often brings creative ideas as well. But let's see. Oh, we have love on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's something here about following your passions, following what you love, following what feels good. For some of you, there may be a partner coming in who is going to be expressing this for you, but I feel like this is going to be a rejuvenation of the heart center of yourself. There's also going to be some sort of I feel like financial flow or good finances, especially with this Queen of Pentacles coming in with that, mainly because the heart center, I feel like, is connected to wealth and money frequencies. So if your heart center, heart chakra is open and flowing, then usually your finances is flowing as well. And if there is a block in your finances, there may be a block in your heart chakra. It seems to be synonymous. So let's see. What energies are present right now? What energies are present right now? Yeah, it feels like you're getting prepared to move or take action. Interesting, that keeps coming out. We have pain, and what else? Can I get a clarifier for this pain energy that we see here? Clarifier for this pain energy. Flow. Okay, and then creativity on the bottom, and fear and rest. Okay, sorry. That's so cool. We have rest on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yes, so absolutely resting. So what we have here is, in the past, I feel like it may have been a bit painful for you to be in the flow, or more so, it feels like you may have had to be in this back and forth energy of being in flow, being who you are, and then not being able to be who you are. It almost feels like there's been this restriction or this back and forth energy, whereas this new chapter or this new beginning, this new life, this new shift that you are going into is going to allow you to fully be in one energy, in one identity, if you so choose, right? With the pain and flow coming out together, I feel like you are going to be coming into more of a flow, and or the things that you find the most painful or the things that you find the most fearful is where you are going to find the wealth, right? The richness of what it is that you need from a soul level, and what it is you may be able to bring to your community as well. Only because I say that because the Queen of Wands is typically my community wand leader. She's like the most social. Okay. Let's see here. There may also be a bit of fear here with allowing your creations to be shown. 1 second, I need to take a drink. There may be a fear in having your creativity be shown, expressed, used, which is tying me back to the vulnerability here with this Ace of Cups. But I feel like as long as you continue to stay dedicated to whatever it is that you are pursuing or following, continue to cross your T's, dot your I's, put in the amount of detail that you care about. For a lot of you as well, I feel like you may be going into a teacher role or some sort of educator role. You may be stepping up into the level of an expert, which may be the need for an entirely new identity and sticking in that identity instead of switching back and forth. So for some of you, you may be going into a new chapter where instead of working a 9 to 5 and doing your side hustle that you would actually like to do for a career, instead of switching back and forth between those two, you are now making the leap to do it on your own, or something of the like, where you are needing to switch between two different realities all the time. Now you are going to be able to remain and flow. And I also feel like you are going to be able to flow through whatever pain. Some of you, especially with this 8 of Pentacles and this Queen of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles combo, I feel like a lot of you could be working through root chakra issues and things. So physical pain or health pain. Again, like I was saying, some of you may have or have been dealing with gut issues or gut pain or some sort of physical pain. I feel like you are working through that, and it looks like you are doing quite well. But yeah, just something with the gut, taking care of your diet. But rest seems to be, oh, and isolation. Look at that. I feel like some of you are also resting as well, because you are coming out of isolation, which when we are in isolation, we tend to do a lot of inner work, and especially looking, and we have a ton of time to look at what we are fearful of. A lot of your creativity, I feel like, could be intuition led as well. And there could be some fear to that. I feel like you are going to be working through that. I also feel like the more that you allow yourself to come into a flow state, the less painful this will be. How they're showing this to me is like, this part is the pain part. This part is the part that is like coating. It's almost like a medical gel. So you're coming into also, or have already started to feel, an energy of strength, or more so an energy of repairing. It's almost like when you have a sore muscle or whatever, and you put icy hot or like some sort of like medical gel, how you can like feel the cooling of it. It's almost like in this resting period, this transitional period, you are starting to feel this almost repairing energy within you. For some of you as well, you're being repaired as you are sleeping. So sleep might not feel so much like sleep, because there's a lot of things being recoded and reprogrammed within your body, so that by the time you fully make it into this shift, if you haven't done it already, then your 3D body is ready for what the 5D is going to be enacting here relatively shortly. I want to end on this oracle. I'm going to keep this card of rest here because that feels so very significant. Also, with the 5 of Pentacles being on the bottom of the deck, I just want to very quickly say that this is a very difficult energy. This is a very depressing energy and a very sad energy. This is hard, right? Also, right behind it is the 4 of Swords, which is another card of rest. I just want to say, we all just want to say, what you have been through has been tough. It has been hard. It is, I want that to go without notice. I don't want that to go without notice. I am at a loss for words for what you have had to go through and what you have triumphed over. Triumphed. Wow, that's a word I didn't know that I could not say. Over. The challenges that you have had to do, and the cords that you have had to cut, the people that you have had to leave behind, the things that you have had to leave behind, the financial challenges that you have been through are no joke. And I do not want to continue without passing, or just with passing that by, right? It is incredible, the work that you have done, and I just want you to know that, and I want that to be known, because this is hard, and getting yourself to the point that you are at right now has been hard, and a lot of people struggle doing that. And if you are still here listening to this reading, thank you very much for being here and still listening, because I appreciate that. But also, that just means even more confirmation that you are meant for the life that you feel so heavily called towards. You are worthy of it. You are meant to have it. And you are going towards it. And you are going to be successful. And we are going to end on an oracle card. So, let's see. Spirit, what final advice do you have for the person watching this video who's about to enter what feels like a very major change in their life? It feels also too like you are going to be regaining your power, regaining your sovereignty through this next chapter as well. Understanding your worth, understanding your power, understanding that you deserve a place in this world. A lot of you may be getting over a sickness as well, because that feels like that too, and it was totally fine, but some of you may be getting over that. Oh. Okay. Yes, we're going to take both of those. Ooh, and on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so real quick, on the bottom of the deck, we have the very first card. There is a reason you have those dreams. The Mystic, High Priestess, Intuition, and Visionary. So again, there's a reason you are being called to whatever it is you are being called to. I'm so aware that I'm pretty sure the cards are out of focus, and I don't feel like getting up to fix it right now, so I apologize for that. But we have that on the bottom of the deck. So we have number 7 and 44. Those could be significant numbers, but also 44 is a number of stability. Think 4 legs on a table, right? You're coming into stability, a more stable period within yourself with that number 1, and also within your environment. Number 7 is a very spiritual number as well, so you could be receiving loads of spiritual signs, or again, you could be a spiritual person yourself, especially with this Mystic card. So I feel like you are already following your intuition, especially with that Queen of Wands and the manifestation energy. However, we have, it is safe for you to surrender to good feelings. The Lover, Aphrodite, passion and abundance. Some of you may be speaking with Aphrodite, communing with Aphrodite, or some sort of love deity, love goddess. Or you could just be giving back to yourself. We did get a lot of love cards, love energy, and it is okay for you to be happy, and for you to have good feelings and have good things happen to you. You deserve them. But number 44 is call your energy back to you. Energy, power, aura, and depletion, right? We opened with that tired energy, exhausted energy, feeling really tired. I think I mentioned that. I'm not entirely sure if I did, but I feel very tired. But energy, calling your energy back to you, bringing yourself back to yourself, and really being allowed to open up in the way that you are truly meant to open up. I'm going to read number 7. It doesn't feel necessary to read number 44, so we're going to close out with reading number 7. Okay. The affirmation spell for this is, I am indulging in feelings of joy and pleasure. Yes. So being happy in this next phase, allowing yourself to be happy in this next phase. Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love, pleasure, and beauty, rules this card. Sometimes we seek abundance on the outside when really the most abundant experiences happen within, if we allow them to, like feelings of bliss, excitement, romance, and passion for the good of life. Sometimes we don't allow ourselves to fully surrender or indulge in beautiful feelings because we don't trust them. We fear that they could end, which may lead to devastation, or we think we don't deserve them. It takes bravery to feel the full spectrum of emotions. The taller the tree, the deeper the roots. The higher the heaven, the lower the hell. You cannot live filled with fear. Humans are here to experience deeply. Allow yourself to become filled with passion and romanticize your life, yourself, your love, your projects, your future, your work, your art. Appreciate things fully and deeply. If you get excited about something or someone, let yourself. It is safe to surrender. You will be more than okay. You will feel truly alive. Let the butterflies transform you from within, bringing with them magic, elevation, and power, new things and new beginnings. Look within yourself for the abundance you seek. A sure way to magnetize yourself to even more of it. Now is the time to fully embrace your goddess energy. Like Aphrodite, lavish yourself with pleasurable feelings and lean into romance. If you've pulled this card, it could also mean there is a lover or potential lover in your life you've been hesitant about. Yes, sorry. Also, I had mentioned for some of you guys, this is somebody coming in, or also for some of you guys, this is you deepening a relationship that is already in your life, but this is you deepening it from the fulfillment that you feel from within yourself, right? Your cup is full, so you are able to then pour into others and pour into this relationship that is coming in. But is this fear true, or are you just scared? If you've been closing yourself off, maybe it's time to open yourself up to the idea of true and passionate romance, but only if it's going to add value to your life. Okay, so also too, it spoke about magnetizing things to you. With that Queen of Wands that we pulled earlier, she's the queen of magnetism, right? She's able to pull and attract things to her through her energy and also through her sex appeal and her, like, how she looks, how she feels. She dresses nice, she cares about how she looks, and with the self-care of the Queen of Pentacles, she cares about like making bath time a ritual, doing your hair, making that a ritual, right? Really indulging in those pleasurable senses and making sure that you give yourself time to rest. So I'm going to close it out with that. I hope that this helps. I hope that this brought you some sort of confirmation. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. It helps me a ton to let me know that this does actually help you guys. And if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear it. This channel is here for you guys. So whatever way that you want me to do readings, let me know. I will do them as intuitively as possible. But if there is a better way or a way that you guys would like to see it, just let me know and I will adjust. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe if you feel like you are connecting to my energy, and leave a like and a comment. I think I said all of the things already, so have a wonderful day and have a wonderful rest of your time if I don't see you again. Bye.